Tombs, wine cellars, and even an ancient Egyptian temple school has just been discovered at the Ramesseum. Let's talk about this Egypt news. A joint French and Egyptian archaeological mission that has been working at the Ramesseum for the past 34 years has discovered quite a few things this past season. If you don't know what the Ramesseum is, essentially it is the mortuary temple of Ramses the Great, otherwise known as Ramses II. Although the main function of a mortuary temple is to essentially worship the cult of the dead king after he has passed away, it appears that with these discoveries that the Ramesseum was used for more social and administrative functions, along with, of course, the religious ones. And the best part is that all of these discoveries come from the Third Intermediate Period, which is after the end of the New Kingdom and long after Ramesses II had died. The most exceptional thing that they found here in this excavation was the remains of a Per Ankh, otherwise known as a House of Life, and that is a temple-based educational institution. These are rarely found in situ, and this House of Life appears to have contained school texts, drawings, and what appears to be some ancient learning tools. And this is some of the best and honestly definitive evidence we have of these formal education centers within temple walls. On the eastern side of the temple, they also discovered some administrative buildings as well as storerooms that were used to house honey, olive oil, animal fats, as well as wine cellars with tons of labeled amphora. To the northeast of the site, there was a dense concentration of Third Intermediate burials, which contained canopic jars, nested coffin, funerary tools, and more than 400 different Shapti figurines. I know I already showed this image, but one of my favorite things is that these are the normal Shapti, and you can see that these three are slightly modeled a little differently, and that is because these are overseer Shapti who are meant essentially to oversee the regular Shapti, which tells you that they have so many Shapti that they have to have people to oversee those Shapti. I also loved this picture because it looks like that these Shapti are just in a total just bundle or in the ground, but because the edges are so straight, it probably means that they were actually in a box and that the wooden box has essentially disintegrated and just essentially absorbed itself into the soil, but all the Shapti are still in this very, very tight bundle. The team was also able to rediscover the tomb of Shatjeb Ibn Ra, who was an official from the Middle Kingdom, whose burial was uncovered in this area in 1896 and had been lost since. The team has also been doing a lot of restoration at the Ramesseum, so I can't wait to see what they announce next.